category, please. Shake hands with. Head wasn't good enough for him. And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Didn't it seem like legitimate musician Michael Nesmith always looked at his fellow bandmates as if they were, well, a bunch of monkeys? Why would it be appropriate for Michael Nesmith to use liquid paper to erase the monkeys from his resume? He hosted MTV's Liquid Television, his mom invented it, he's now the president of the company, or it was the title of his only solo hit. Weird but true, Michael Nesmith's mom, a one-time secretary, invented liquid paper. I think it happened during that time in the 60s when the Monkees were the whitest band in show business. Okay, I need a category. This one likes to go by, take me to your VCR. $1,000 if you get it. Okay, I got a question. Why is NASA sending all these space probes out to find out if there's life on Mars when all they have to do is watch a couple of movies? Because it involves an attack on Earth by Martians, which of these movies could NASA use as further evidence of life on Mars? Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Thing, The Day the Earth Stood Still, or The War of the Worlds? The War of the Worlds is the only one of these movies that actually involves Martians. And if NASA doesn't get that tape back to the rental store on time, it's going to cost them $5 billion in late fees. I need a category. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is 3D or not 3D? That is the question. I'm about to read off the titles of 7 movies, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the movie had a 3D sequel or it did not have a 3D sequel. As you see each one, if it's got a sequel filmed in 3D, press down on the square. If it doesn't have a 3D sequel, give the circle a tap, and hit the triangle button if you want to skip. For each right answer, you get $500. And $500 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it. Okay, can I have 30 seconds on the clock, please? Let's go in. Friday the 13th, 3D sequel, no 3D sequel. Jaws. The Exorcist. Nightmare on Elm Street. Amityville Horror. Child's Play. Last one. Silent Night, Deadly Night. You missed one, but you hit on 6. Nothing to feel bad about. Let's look at your new total. Nice shooting, Tex. Let's mosey on ahead. All right, hit me.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta head 4, yeah!
This little number's known as Rabbits, Rabbits, Rabbits! $1,000 at stake on this one. Yeah, it's sure nice when winter finally goes away and the warm weather comes, but there's a price. You know what I'm talking about. The house is infested with rabbits. If your house were infested with rabbits, which of the following would prove an effective method of extermination? Play the bassoon at over 50 decibels volume, feed them cat food and Zima, rub them with unsalted butter, or inject them with a pregnant woman's urine. A common method of pregnancy testing used to be injecting a rabbit with a pregnant woman's urine, which usually resulted in a slow, agonizing death for the rabbit. Kids, don't try this at home. Collecting female urine can be dangerous. Okay, pick a category.
You don't wanna blow it on number 5.
The category is, that's not even close to being all, folks. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. You know how Warner Brothers cartoons occasionally parody famous operas? Well, consider this one. Porky Pig stars as a beggar in love with a woman who is committed to Daffy Duck. Porky begs her to stay with him, but instead she runs off to New York with Bugs Bunny. What's the best name for this parody? HMS Pinnapork, La Bourrame, Porky and Bess, or The Marriage of Pigaro? Take it! Nobody picks that one. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. In the American opera Porgy and Bess, Porgy, a beggar, is in love with Bess. Bess leaves her boyfriend to be with Porgy, but in the end she runs off to New York with someone else. The tragic tale of a woman attracted to animals with speech impediments. Category, please. Here we have, She Blinded Me with Recreation. This one can net you $1,000. We're going to talk about toys, and if you're not careful, you might learn something. Get ready to buzz in when you know the answer that best completes this analogy. Hovercraft is to air hockey as catamaran is to sit and spin, hydroplane is to slip and slide, catapult is to hungry, hungry hippos, or escalator is to slinky. Go for it! A hovercraft glides on a cushion of air, just like the air hockey puck, and a hydroplane travels on the surface of water, like you do on a slip and slide. And skimming the surface of land? That's called a lousy saddle. Okay, I need a category. Looks like you've jacked before. Commit this clue to memory. It'll save your life someday. Perhaps you're familiar with our spokesperson. If you're not, it's time to get acquainted. Nicely played. Let's see how you affected your final score. That's the game. Player, I couldn't have done a better job myself. But then, I wasn't playing by myself, was I? But seriously, player, and I don't say this to just everybody.
You don't know Jack!
Nice work, people.